Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining me. I am here with Curtis from MyDesigns. It didn't feel like it was that long ago since the last time we did this, but it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you again, Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
love
wasn't
the
that long
MyDesigns
ago.
updates, man.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. The team's been hard at work. We're getting a lot
Yeah,
done. We have a lot planned. So
it's crazy because like every time, I don't know, it's moving at the speed of light. It's like the software is already really good, and then you're like, oh man, we added 3 new things. I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna kind of show a demo to me, you might as well show it live on the YouTube channel
yeah,
because I know other people are interested. And for anybody that's not familiar with MyDesigns, do you want to briefly, or I can briefly summarize what it is to me? Maybe you want to summarize exactly what, like, kind of what it does and what you're aiming to make it do in the future, maybe?
yeah, I can cover that briefly. So anyone that's not really familiar with what MyDesigns does, it's a print-on-demand platform primarily, but also enables you to sell digital products too. So we're doing at the core is basically taking all of these time-consuming tasks that these creators go through, and just trying to bring it into one hub, so you can upload your designs, organize them nicely in the cloud, and then just all these different processes you have to do. We want to just automate that so that you can truly just focus on creating, do what you do best, create, and then upload and just kind of automate the rest in terms of creating mock-ups, generating tags, actually generating data soon as well, and then publishing those to Etsy and eventually Shopify and Amazon and other marketplaces too.
Yeah, man. And
All in one.
nobody like knows the value of this better than me because I think everybody kind of knows I'm a busy dude, but like I love being busy. And when I have software like MyDesigns, it allows me to do other things while also scaling a successful print on demand business. Like I almost like want to say like on the side, but it's not on, it's not on the side. I feel like running Merch Titans automation may be more like on the side because that's
Yeah.
literally just I can go to sleep, wake up, 1,000 designs are uploaded. But yeah, I'm loving using MyDesigns, man. I've pushed, and actually I think I used as a hook. I went into my Etsy statistics, and in the last 2 months, I doubled my month over month over month Etsy sales
That's
using
awesome.
MyDesigns. So that's a true testimony to the software. Of course, I pushed a bunch of products, but you
Yeah.
know,
Well, that's what it's for, right? Make it easy for you to kind of test things and see what works and then start doubling down on the products that actually work. And instead of just
absolutely.
doing everything manually, you can actually now just spend more time doing research, finding good ideas, and then uploading those in bulk, testing, double down, etc.
For sure. And just before this, I was on a call with Carrie Egler from, he's on YouTube, but he runs a course called Shirt School where he's like teaching you how to get on how to get on Shopify and start like a good print on demand niche store. And I didn't have time to mention to him that like I'm going to use MyDesigns as the backbone. Cause
Yeah.
again, it's like I'm spread too thin otherwise. If I don't have these solutions to make this possible, it's not feasible for me. There's not enough time in the day, and I need my 8 hours of sleep, as I always say. So I can't wait for the Shopify integration to go live as well, so that I can stock all of my print on demand products for the. It's going to be investingshirts.com. That's going to be the store.
Investingshirts.com. Cool. Yeah, that's great. And Shopify is about 3 weeks out. We had to kind of put it on the back burner to focus on some of the other features and stuff that we're trying to get polished off. But it's basically done. I know I've been saying that for a while. The actual app is done. There's just a few things we have to finish up for them to approve it, and then it'll be live on the Shopify App Store. And
Nice,
it's going to also
awesome.
support digital too. That won't be right away. It'll support print on demand right away, but then digital products too, to be able to sell those on your own Shopify store, just like you do on Etsy through MyDesigns. You'll be able to do that as well, which I know is going to be a really big hit.
Yeah, the digital products is getting a lot of traction. I feel like just
Yeah.
yesterday I dropped my interview with Cody. We talked about selling like mainly digital. He's calling them printables, and so I kind of learned that like printables, what that means on Etsy. But there's a ton of people doing really well with that. So you never know. You never know what you're going to stumble upon, right? That just makes you a couple $1,000.
Yeah. No, speaking of, one of my favorite things to do in MyDesigns actually is to upload SVG files, like in bulk. So if I have, let's say, 100 of them, and then I can go and sell those as digital products and do all the conversion with MyDesigns during the publishing process. But then I'll go and resize those SVGs to PNGs at 4,500 by 5,400 pixels, generate all the mock-ups, and create all the product listings for print on demand too. So I'm selling digital and print on demand on Etsy with the same design. So it's
Yeah,
like,
and
why
do you
not,
want to
right? It takes me not that much longer because the template's all set up. Pretty automated system.
exactly, man? If you have a screen share prepared to maybe like, if I'm sure there's a few people watching that haven't gotten a chance to see how MyDesigns looks and whatnot. But I did just want to kind of reiterate what you just said. So not only is Curtis able to sell digital files, like I'm thinking of it through a print on demand lens. If you guys caught my interview with Cody yesterday, I was thinking of digital files meaning designs, but it's like it can mean so much more. But if it is designs, you can sell the SVGs MyDesigns is going to convert that into all the relevant file types and then package them together and give that basically, I guess, through a download link, through a PDF now, to the customer when you make a sale. But then you can, in the app, in MyDesigns, like use their image resizing feature and optimize them for print on demand products. And then in the same app, you're not leaving MyDesigns, you're doing it all in MyDesigns. You can then have the design placed on a t-shirt and go ahead and list that for sale. You know what I mean? Or a hoodie, a sweatshirt, etc. And you just told me that you were doing stickers, right?
Yeah, stickers actually just barely got released like an hour ago. So right before this call. And we have the kiss cut, die cut, and holographic stickers and 2 different sticker sheets. And we actually have access to about 16 different sticker types. So we'll keep onboarding those as we polish these ones off. But yeah, stickers are now live in MyDesigns.
Is there 16 different sticker types? To me, a sticker is a sticker. What is
a lot? Well, they have the rounded stickers. You have the square stickers. You have like the more like rectangle stickers. There's different shapes and all the different surface types and all that. But yeah, there's quite a few different options. But we got the main ones covered. Kiss cut and die cut are pretty much the most popular. And then, of course, sticker sheets. So those are in there right now.
Awesome. So one of the things if you can screen share, by the way, and just kind of show, I was thinking like digital product mock-ups, just kind of piggybacking off of yesterday's discussion with Cody. And I introduced him to MyDesigns. I was like, hey man, did you know about this software? Like if people are selling digital, printables, this may or may not be useful to them for, at a minimum, generating mock-ups, right?
Yeah.
So that might be something that, you could show off in this while I try to hide the branding. There we go. And then also, while we're getting started, we're still kind of close to the beginning of the video. I just wanted to mention that today is the last day of what you're calling founder pricing, right?
Yeah, founder pricing. So anybody that signs up for MyDesigns, because we just launched a week ago, to today, and we have this like launch week open. So anybody that signs up today will get this founder pricing locked in for life. So for the pro plan, that's $19.99 a month. Or if you go yearly, you get discounted by 3 months. And then same thing with the yearly, it's $69.99, but that goes up to $99.99. And then the pro plan goes up to $29.99. And that's at midnight tonight. So anybody that gets in before that will lock in these prices and also have access to bonus like premium mock-up bundles that are coming. Some of them are already done. And then the private members area in the community and a few other things.
Yeah, the mock-ups alone, man, like that's going to be huge because like that just makes such a world of difference. Like we were talking about just yesterday, like if you don't have a good primary thumbnail, it's such an uphill climb. And like not only is MyDesigns helping with, getting those premium mock-ups for the paying members, but also, doing them at scale. So if you're like me, you're spread thin, whether it's because you run a YouTube channel on the side or because you have a 9-to-5 job, software like this is solving, those problems.
Yeah, 100%. So I was going to show you some of these stickers while I have this pulled up. So Printed Simply, which some people are probably familiar with. They're pretty big, I believe, on Printify. They can do a lot of volume. So pricing is really competitive too across the board. So try to get that pricing as low as we possibly could so we could pass it on to our customers. And then this is the mock-ups here are a little different than clothing because they're not SVG based because like surprisingly stickers are a lot harder to create mock-ups for. But in this case, you got the 2x2 inch, 3x3, 4x4, all the way up to 6x6. You got the sizes you can choose. And of course, if you have custom mock-ups at your own, you could choose those here, which I don't in this case. I'd just be a
custom sticker mock-ups. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you wanted to, obviously it's pretty simple with stickers, but yeah, we have these different options. You go publish this just like everything else. And it's live on Etsy. Let me go back. There's a few other options. There's the holographic stickers, which are really cool. These are transparent. And then of course, kiss cut, and then the 2 sticker sheets. And we do have, thanks to you, Ryan, actually giving me that idea with PSD files, because we have the whole mockup generated that renders through PSD files, all the effects. We created PSD files that can take your 4,500 by 5,400 design and just basically convert it to a 6x4 sticker sheet. So I have 4 different, like a quadrant of 2x2. So 4 different stickers. That way you don't have to do that process manually. And again, you can do it in bulk. Same thing with the 8x5 times 11. But these ones here, you can actually use your 4,500 by 5,400 pixel design. You don't have to make any changes. You just go publish the stickers, and what they'll do at Printed Simply is size it down to the proper size and cut it. So all that's fully automated from a user perspective.
Yeah, that's awesome. Shout out to Brendan, by the way. He's also on YouTube, Brendan Dopp. Shout out to him. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, like, dude, I love that you guys were able to accommodate that. I love that I can just be like, hey, I had an idea. Next thing you know, it's like done. Like what? But what Curtis was saying is essentially it's like another part of my story as a print on demand seller was just like making it work for me. Like I was on a call that you guys will see the video next week with Travis from the Print on Demand cast talking about Walmart print on demand. And he ended up telling his story of how he got into, because he runs his own like kind of, I don't want to say production company, but it is a production company. It's not like on the level of like Printful, but it's you know, you got to start somewhere. And he's got an operation out of Colorado. And he's like, yeah, like I was on Amazon merch and I was like, wait, I want to sell coffee mugs, you know? So he would take his merch t-shirt design, put it on a coffee mug. And I'm like, dude, that's exactly what I did. Like we had like almost the same trajectory, except I went to YouTube and he went and, you know, hired a whole staff and like produces his own products now. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. This is kind of like that, where we're taking the shirt design, getting them on stickers, making sticker packs, etc.
Yeah, and there's like the reason I want to get stickers in too, like in the future, is obviously take advantage of all the designs you have, put them on stickers. Mugs are coming very soon as well. And to be able to just take that, put on clothing, stickers, mugs, hoodies, sweatshirts. But then there's a really interesting thing happening, I think, in the AI space, where you can generate really crazy art just from text. And then I think one of the best ways to sell that early on is going to be through stickers, unless you can upscale that and keep the quality good. But that's coming to MyDesigns soon. I don't want to share too much about that yet because we got a good amount of work to do still, but it's going to get really cool. It's going to get really exciting.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the, I think we know what AI is, though, upscaler. And I'm like, you know, they will not approve me for, it's like, I don't even care about being an affiliate. I just want free access. I'm like, why should I have to pay if I'm going to introduce this to 100,000 plus YouTube subscribers? Yeah. Like, just let me use the tool, because it literally does what you just said. You can put a like low resolution image in and it blows it up for you using AI. And it's like incredible. But yeah, so hoping that they get back to me.
We have our own coming to MyDesigns for that too. So you'll be able to do that in bulk too, like right within the cloud and store it in another file store. So that's coming into MyDesigns soon. And also the text to art AI generation stuff you see with Dolly and Stable Diffusion, these different models. Midjourney is another one and we have a feature like that also coming to MyDesigns in the near future.
That's so, dude, it's so like y'all are living in like 2030 already.
Try to be a little bit ahead, right?
You're already so far ahead.
But yeah, I was going to show you some of these. These are like considered kind of premium mock-ups. There's actually another third color layer in some of these where you can adjust 3 different layers, like the background colors, the shirt colors, or the product colors. There's a bunch of them here. We have a bunch more coming, but they support mostly the most popular product types, like your Gildan 18,000 sweatshirt or the Bella 3001 or the Gildan 5000. But these are just the start. And you can see I have these 2 color options set.
Oh, nice.
Kind of generate previews. That's the background color. Here's the product color. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier, I think in your last video I did with you, we talked about uploading your own custom PSD, mock-ups or files, and then using them in MyDesigns in bulk. That's been released for a little over a week. So now you can actually create your own PSD files with smart objects, upload them to MyDesigns, and then use them in bulk with our mock-up generator to render all those effects and whatnot. And next week, if everything goes well, we'll be supporting at least about 98, 99% of all the Photoshop effects and styles. So that's a huge update. I don't think that's crazy. That's a lot of work, but
I bet. I wanted to ask, like, when you upload a custom PSD, is it limited to your account?
So right now it is, yes. So you can have it in your account, but you as a user can actually share it with other MyDesigns users if you have their email address. So you can share your own, like, let's say you have a team, you want to give them access to the PSDs you uploaded. Yeah, you can share it with other users. And in the future, we are going to build the ability for you to sell them to our users as well. So if you build PSTs, like really good high quality mockups, you want to be able to just sell them to our users. Our users can buy them and have access to them instantly. They're already proven to work. That's coming too at some point.
That's incredible. Like, this software is just going to be like in a couple years, man. Like even in like a year at the rate your team works. I don't know why. I want to like hire a photographer and take a bunch of like custom mock-up photos though and like sell them too, you know. It's been like something in the back of my mind. I'll never get around to doing it, but if anybody's a photographer, like shoot some models wearing like a blank Bella Canvas shirt and go sell it on Etsy and send it to me for free. And that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's valuable, especially now. That's one of the things we're getting caught up with right now too, is like we need like really high quality basic product mock-ups. Then we could take them, do all the image masking and the smart objects and whatnot in Photoshop, and then offer those to our users in MyDesigns. There's a lot of work that actually goes behind that. But that's something we're gonna be looking at pretty soon too, is hiring a photographer that can take these shoots, get us blank mock-ups.
Yeah. Anyways, man, this is the mock-ups are, I mean, honestly, that's probably like the easiest like selling point on the software, just because they're a visual and we know how much value that can deliver to your business to have a good, not even just the primary mock-up, but you can generate these mock-ups in bulk and then assign them to a different image slot so that when you publish to Etsy, it's not just that you had the one mockup, but you have like up to 10. You can do 10, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can with Etsy, you can publish up to 10 different mockups. So if you have custom mockups you want to use, or take some from our mockup library, the biggest thing is to make sure they fit the product you're selling. Make sure it's a mockup that's realistic to the product you're selling. But other than that, you have a lot of creative freedom to kind of do what you want. And I'll actually generate these so people can see. Let me go throw these into a file slot. Don't know if any of those are cool. So
yeah, and then also another, like, I guess it's part of the evolution of like running your print on demand business and like kind of hitting the fast forward button for scaling it out. But like, I love that we can assign a, you know, primary keyword or primary phrase to a variable and then reference the variable in our title,
yeah,
in our tags, in our description. That's like extremely useful to me. And I guess, like, I mean, I don't know, I have the programming background, so I think in terms of variables natively, I guess. But like anybody who doesn't, once you get used to it, it's so useful for publishing 10, 20. What is it, like 100? What's the upper limit?
120 on the Pro Plus plan. So you can generate 120 mockups at a time, generate up to 120 tags, or tags for your 120 different listings at a time, and publish up to 120 products to Etsy at a single go. And then the Pro plan, I believe it's 72, 48 or 72 at a time, which is really, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I did that in the beginning of October. Like I remember it because I had always been doing them like one page at a time, 24 at a time. So I went and I grabbed my Vexels downloads, threw them in MyDesigns, published. I did them in like 100 and 100, just to see that it works, and it did.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It works really well. And in this case right here, I just generated 24 mockups. I had 24 of these selected this first page.
Nice.
Obviously, these are scaled, so it's 21, 22, 23. But this is adjusting the shirt color, the background color, and there's other mockups coming where you can have like a lot of options. You could add text to them, etc. So it's one example of those.
Infinite possibilities.
Yeah. And I did want to show you too the actual ID you gave us, because that's supported. So I'm going to go to it's in the mockup generator right now, which doesn't make sense because we got to build another module for this. If I go to stickers and go to these are mockups, as you can see on the end, like actual just a mockup file for presenting this to the customer, but there's actually print files too. Let me find the 6x4 right here. It's just like the print sheet. So I can take this design. I'm going to change this to PNG because it's going to need that transparent background. Generate a preview real quick. So if I wanted to put this on a 6x4 sticker sheet and I want to take the same design instead of doing that manually, right, then I can just do it in bulk. So I'll just throw this into say sticker sheet, create a file slot to store it in. And again, this is for 24 different listings. So I'll just let that run and it'll create those PNG files.
Yeah, I love that idea because it's like you can sell somebody one really large sticker, or you can take that large sticker and just kind of like replicate the design to make a sticker pack, right?
Also, the sticker packs aren't that much more expensive either. So yeah, it's worth it. You'll have a little slightly smaller stickers, but the pricing is really affordable.
So we had a question about fulfillment. So do you want to answer about who is fulfilling the various product types? Like in this case, a sticker versus t-shirt.
Yeah, so stickers are going to be printed simply right now, and eventually we'll add more print providers. For the clothing, for let's say your Bella 3001s, Gildan 5000s, the Gildan 18000s, we have Swift POD and Print for you. And then we have Printful coming. We'll actually add them as a fulfillment partner, so you could choose them to fulfill the products for you. We have Monster Digital coming and Spoke Custom as well. Then for wall art, we're going to have Marco Fine Arts pretty soon as well.
That's going to be amazing, man.
Yeah.
The wall art. Oof, that's going to be good.
It's a big one.
I feel like on Etsy, that's like one of those categories that a lot of money to be made.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, so what Curtis is basically saying, like, he's MyDesigns is kind of the middleman routing the order to the right production partner. But before you can publish the product through MyDesigns to the destination, like in this case, probably Etsy, but it'll be, Shopify, Amazon. Did I see something about eBay earlier?
Yeah, eBay is going to come at some point. So what we have planned right now, Shopify will be coming out soon. It'll be released soon. And then Amazon Seller Central is next. After that, we're going to do WooCommerce and then potentially eBay.
Nice, man.
That's the plan. That's what we have planned for now.
So we'll upload our designs to MyDesigns, do all of the optimizations, which, by the way, I guess like anybody who's just seen this for the first time, the way that I do it, I put the primary keyword, or I just put the full like SEO string of words in the file name. Because when you upload to MyDesigns, there's a feature And again, the whole point of MyDesigns is not that you're doing one-offs. It's that if you upload 100 designs, you're doing 100 edits at once.
Yeah.
You're doing 100 mockups at once. You're publishing 100 to Etsy at once. Now that may be, you may not do more than 10 at a time, but like still you're doing things 10 times faster if you're doing 10 instead of 1. So you can tell the app to read the file name and write it into a variable. And then you can use that variable, plug it into your title, plug it into your description, plug it into your tags. You can plug it into your mockups. Like Curtis was saying, you can put text in right now. I know you can do it in the digital file mockups, but you said you'll be able to do it in the like print on demand ones in the future, right?
Yeah. So it's really just about how we build a mockup file at the PSD level. So if you're building your own custom PSDs, you can upload those however you want with text layers and just basically take a field from your MyDesigns listing and put it into that text layer and generate it in bulk. So kind of as an example, let's go to the digital products here. We have some new ones coming too we're experimenting with, kind of show your design and then how it look on like a product. But let's see. So these would be like a text one here. So you can just take any of your fields. These are too long. Let me actually just create a field. I'm gonna do this quickly.
All right, as you do that, Roslyn had a question. Can you use MyDesigns and still use your own print providers, or do you have to only use the one that MyDesigns partners with?
You have to use the ones that we have integrated with MyDesigns. We don't have the ability for you to create listings and then fulfill them yourself. That is something we will look at in the future, but right now you have to use our print fulfillment partners.
And for what it's worth, though, like in theory, to like just crank out the mockups, right? Like if you just wanted to jump in, create 100 mockups, and it wouldn't be 100, right? If you had 100 designs, it would be 100 mockups. But you like, again, if you have like Etsy gives you 10 image slots, you could do 100 times 10, have 1,000 mockups generated. You can select all and download them. So it's still got, it could still be viable. Like everybody's business use case is a little bit different probably. But there's definitely value. And actually, I mean, I guess I could plug really quickly that you can edit images, not just you mentioned earlier, you can like resize them, but you can also like do color overlays. You can do pattern overlays.
Yeah. And I did the image effects earlier while you were talking, kind of showing like the grunge and distressed effects. So I scrolled through that. I'll actually move back to that after I show this text, taking text from a field here. It's different ways you can do it, but it comes right from MyDesign. So you can do everything in bulk, but let me go to the effects. So this is the grunge effect I just used. We have a bunch of effects, and eventually you can be able to upload your own as well. Just like you can upload custom mockups, you can just upload like a PNG file that has the little specs on it, and it'll like cut it out of your design like this. So you'll have full control over that. I don't think I went through pattern overlay here. Let me find the, that's more for generic designs. Let's say simpler designs. Let me see. I don't know which one of these. I have a lot of collections here.
A little like banner for the stream. I don't know if this is going to look annoying, but I like playing around with StreamYard. Let me see if this works. Check that out. If you can see it.
Oh yeah. That's cool. All right. I'm trying to find my camping designs they're really good for patterns.
Okay. Yeah.
This is an example of some sort of pattern. I don't think I've showed these off before. I'm not going to go to the mockup generator, but some of the possibilities. Let me just show you, I think here. Gonna take those patterns, right? Put them on different things.
Is that in MyDesigns, right?
Yeah. So there's a different different mockups you can do.
I reviewed an Etsy shop that was like just absolutely killing it, like selling digital files with like that being the mockup.
Yeah.
Like the use case, I guess.
Yeah, there's like you can do any type of mockup in MyDesigns, and now that you can do your own PSDs, it's like really powerful. You can set up all your own. I was going to show the pattern overlay. I'm trying to find the designs that work really well with this. We need to actually add a search button to the collections here. So
someone asked about wall art. Like, do you support wall art mockups yet? And then I know you're going to integrate with the what was it? Fine art?
Marco Fine Arts.
Marco Fine Arts.
I don't think a lot of people know them, but they're massive. They actually do a lot of fulfillment for a lot of big marketplaces, nice. Especially with wall art. They do a really good job. Let me go here. So we actually have quite a few different styles of wall art because we did this originally for selling digital products on Etsy and giving you a way to present them to the customer different ways. But so we have quite a few different wall art options in the mockup generator already. And once we actually bring in our own wall art physical products to print on demand, we'll add quite a few more options as well. Yeah, there's quite a few here. Different.
So I want to know if you will support and it seems like you support everything, so I'm sure I probably know the answer, but like, you know how they fraction up like an image into like 4 different frames?
Oh yeah.
Is that going to be something maybe in the future? Or do you think that's something that Marco Fine Arts can fulfill?
Yeah, I think so. I think they actually already offer something like that. So that is definitely something we
Dude,
can bring into
that will be crazy. If that, like, when that goes live, I'm gonna start a niche shop and I'm just gonna sell like 1,000 of those.
Yeah, it's good. There's gonna be a lot of options.
Live M asked another question. They said, but from what Curtis said, the listing I upload from MyDesigns will be fulfilled by MyDesigns. But if I upload a listing myself, I will be able to fulfill it myself for custom orders.
If you upload the listing to Etsy yourself, yes. If you use MyDesigns to publish to Etsy, then you're gonna have to choose a product. Yeah, you'll have to. That'll be fulfilled by us.
Cool.
So it's not gonna interact with anything else you got going on. So if you're using other print fulfillment partners like Printify or Printful to publish products to Etsy, it's not gonna mess with that at all. If you use MyDesigns to publish products to Etsy, then it'll be fulfilled by us. Now the digital product, that's obviously delivered through a PDF file, like a download link, but print-on-demand products will automatically be fulfilled as soon as someone purchases them.
Cool. I guess I wanted to ask too, you know how you can create the listings through MyDesign and then you can go into Etsy and enable personalization. Is there anything in the plans down the line, like in the roadmap for, I don't even know, man. I don't even know where you would go with this, but it seems like you've always got some crazy, like out of the box ideas. So anything coming for like personalized orders?
Yeah, definitely. It'll have to. So the way we have to look at it right now is if a customer purchases it on Etsy, I believe right now they add in like the personalization text, and then you would give them like a preview and then submit the order if they approve of it. We want to be able to just bring that so if someone buys on Etsy, they go to a landing page, kind of like with a digital product. There's just a link. They go to the landing page. They put in their text. They can generate real-time previews until they're happy with it. Like rather it's uploading their own photo, applying effects to it, and then creating like, let's say a T-shirt, wall art, or stickers, and then they can approve of it and like purchase it, or it's already purchased, but approve of it, which would then route through us to the printer. That print-ready file that includes their design in and everything. So we'll enable personalization just like that. So I want to automate it so you don't have to do too much work yourself, and the customer will be able to control that. Obviously, some customers are going to need help, but for the most part, it should be pretty streamlined.
Yeah, like that just makes the founders pricing, like, I'm not trying to push people. Like if this is going to work for your business, like please consider joining MyDesigns and locking in like the 30% off, just because, you know, Curtis is obviously very passionate about the future of this software. And I mean, I'm excited to be along for the ride. Like I'm going to be there every step of the way because it's so powerful. And again, it like is allowing us to do this in bulk. Like that's the aspect of it that gets me so excited. Because it's just, that's the only way it's going to work for me. I just don't have enough time. Something would have to give, like the YouTube or, you know, Etsy, right? But in this case, I can make both work, you know, and in the meantime, I'm using his other tool, Merch Titans Automation, to push products to my Amazon merch account. So it's, I'm just trying to be transparent. Like if this is kind of what you guys see for your business, that you can make it work this way, like, you know, it's better to lock in 30% off and then think about the future. Like you just said, Curtis is going to make basically something similar to some software I reviewed a couple weeks ago that's charging, I think, like $100 a month, right? Like they're charging $100 a month and you'll get it as a part of your MyDesigns subscription, which you can save on right now if you lock it in. So
yeah, 100%. And again, with any of these paid plans, if you lock them in now, you're going to have discounted pricing, but all the features we roll out, you'll have access to them as soon as they're rolled out. So everything we do in the future, you're going to automatically have access to that at a discounted rate.
Yeah, so that's a great deal. And while we're here and we're live, guys, like let us know if you have any questions for us. Because I mean, we're just kind of going, you know, just talking as we go here. Like, what can I say? Oh yeah, I have a bunch of designs to publish actually today, if not today, tomorrow. I mentioned that I share my Etsy shop with Marielle, and she put together a bunch of like specific niche, kind of like batches of designs. And then again, like I said, guys, we rename every file. We put either the primary keyword. By the way, if it's a batch, you don't want to mix the two approaches. So in a batch, either put your primary keywords or put the entire like title in your file name, but don't mix, you know, one way or the other. Do one way only. Because then it's simple. Then I go to the shared Google Drive that we have, download, drag, drop, upload to MyDesigns, write the file name to a variable, use that to do my title, description, tags, etc. Bulk select, do the mock-ups, bulk select, publish to Etsy. And I might publish as a Bella Canvas 3001. I love that you guys have the Swift POD
Yeah.
I know you have multiple production partners. I mean, I prefer Swift POD because I've used them on Printify in the past, and I know that I like them. And then I might publish. So I publish in the t-shirt, right? And then after the t-shirt, like it's cold here. I don't know about you guys. It's getting cold here. So then I'll publish to sweatshirts.
Yeah.
You know?
My sweatshirt sales are actually popping off. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, I slept on sweatshirts for too long, man. But
They're popular. I think people really like them.
You got a request for wrapping paper or wallpaper. I'm not gonna lie. I did order custom wrapping paper last year from Printify, from whoever they used to fulfill that. I did do that.
Yeah, we don't have it yet, but I'll put that down on our list. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun to use. I just put like a collage of like all the Chihuahua. My whole family has Chihuahuas, like no other type of dog. So it's just like all the Chihuahuas in a wrapping paper design.
Yeah, it's awesome how creative you can actually get now. Print on demand, all the different products, and not having to worry about holding inventory. You just like get creative, see what sells, see what works, and just keep doubling down on what does work. And then, like you're saying, in your case, just get exactly what you want.
Yeah. Can we answer any questions for anybody that's here live as far as like what MyDesigns can do today? Anything about the future roadmap? I guess we should mention like it's a very collaborative, or it feels very collaborative within the community. Like you actually have like, you know, a very interactive sort of approach to shaping the future of what the software looks like.
Yeah, it is. The community is quite interactive, and again, we're just pretty new. We've been in beta for several months now, and finally, we're going to be in beta still for another couple months. But officially launched, we feel like we're at a point where we could launch. But yeah, there's the community is getting more and more active, and anything you guys have, any suggestions, ideas, feedback, we're very responsive to it, and we love to see it.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess like one of the common things that maybe somebody watching would think is like, how do you get? Well, one example, I was gonna say, how do you get this many designs? But like you're showing one example right here where, you know, you can scale out like birthday designs. I think birthday are probably like, that's going to be one of the toughest to crack.
Yeah, it's competitive.
Yeah, it's highly competitive because people that have been at this for a long time, you know, already have so many. Like one seller can have 10,000 birthday designs up, right?
Yep.
If that's what they've been doing. So, but you know, you can go after things like like didn't you show like camping? So state parks is complementary to that, you know?
Yeah, like any type of state park, national parks. There's a lot of there's so many niches in big cities like Las Vegas, for
Cities,
example.
yeah, cities. Easy.
Cities are another really good one, especially cities that get a lot of tourism. You think about souvenirs and gifts and whatnot. There's so many different ideas when it comes to scale designs that you can create, and of course, there's like certain tools out there that help you scale that out too and automate that process. But also, it's always, in my experience, it's better to stick to more unique designs, find more specific niches, and then do that. But when you get pretty good at this, you can get into scaling too, and you can find some really scalable niches that do not take much time that can be very profitable.
Yeah, and I should mention that like it doesn't have to be spammy. Like if you're creating quality designs, the customer who sees that you have a New York City design or like a 21st birthday design, they don't know that you also have a 22nd birthday design. You know what I mean? The algorithm that puts your product in front of them is smart enough not to put the 22nd birthday design in front of the person who searched for a Cheers and Beers 21st birthday design. You know what I mean? So and then also like I just spent the last 2 days staying up too late, honestly, doing this last night, but it's all good. Like creating, and I did it the day before too, like creating so many ad campaigns, just running auto ads.
Yeah.
You know, so that if I have a bunch of like scaled out designs on Amazon between my Amazon merch and my Seller Central account, I just updated all of my auto campaigns, like basically all the products that I had launched in 2022. I don't know, the year like flew by, but I hadn't taken any time to launch auto campaigns for them. So I just did that, you know, because it's like, hey, this is when I'm gonna get the most value out of those campaigns, like right at peak sales season. So that's another like complementary thing you guys can do. If you run Etsy ads, though, be careful because they'll spend your money. You can't control your bids. So each platform's different.
Yeah, they are. And, one thing that I think a lot of Etsy sellers do is create pins for Pinterest. Again, that just takes time. It's manual work, but that's not what we're going to automate because our mockup generator.
Automate that,
yeah, we could set up really, let's say like templates for pins that are really beautiful. Then you could just generate all your pins in bulk and then link it to your published Etsy product and then pin it to Pinterest automatically. That'll come at some point in the future too. So just again, everything in bulk. Select everything that you published, create pins for it, and then pin it to Pinterest, linking back to Etsy or Shopify or wherever you're selling it.
Yeah, so I put together like a I put together a free YouTube video on how to do that using Zapier. So it's on my channel, guys. You can probably just, I don't know, YouTube or Google it. But I also I think I charged like $7. So if you wanted to, you could pay me $7 and then you can clone my Zapier Zap. And then you literally, so it's just like, you just click one button and then you put your Etsy shop in, and then I think Pinterest specifically has an extra manual step. But like it goes to your Facebook page you make a Facebook page for Etsy shop, your posts will go there, Twitter and Pinterest. So pretty cool. That's an old video. Someone said, bestseller is an American Akita themed design. Hopefully your niche doesn't get blown up now that you shared that with everybody. But a blanket, that's interesting. They say, you may have mentioned this, but for digital files, what types are available to generate? One of my stores offers EPS, SVG, PNG, JPEG, and DXF for every design.
So for digital files, we can take an SVG file during the publishing process from MyDesigns to Etsy, and we'll convert it to SVG, keep to the SVG, PNG, PDF, JPEG, EPS, and DXF.
So every format that they mentioned.
Yep. And again, if your base file in MyDesigns is a PNG, in fact, I'll just show you that. You could first off you can select files to sell from any of these file slots. That's one option. But if you want to actually sell, let's say, this PNG and convert it, so this is a PNG at the base, so I can convert it to JPEG, PNG, and PDF, and it'll just create a zip file when you publish that to Etsy that your customer receives. And then if it's an SVG file, if I have one of these somewhere here, I don't know which one of these. If it's an SVG file, then you can basically just convert that during the publishing process too. And I'll give you all those file type options to convert it to. You can even add watermarks too. So let me show you that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this has been in for a long time, actually. So if you have like your mock-ups, this obviously isn't a digital file mock-up, but to give you an example, you just add the text here and it'll create the watermark on all these images on Etsy. So if it's your shop name or whatever it is, just create that on every one of your mock-ups.
If only we could get Merch by Amazon to do that, right, guys?
Yep, definitely.
Cool. That's awesome. That was like the exact file types they'd asked for. Harshad asked, do you guys do fulfillment also? You might have jumped in a little late, but MyDesigns doesn't do fulfillment, but they integrate with fulfillment partners. Currently 3 fulfillment partners with at least 3 more to come.
Yeah, 3 more on the horizon. 3 are already integrated. So yeah, in a sense, we do fulfillment, but it routes through us to the print providers you choose when you're publishing products. So to route through us, we'll charge you the base cost to print and ship. That goes off to the printer. They print it and ship it for you. Customer service and everything. We just added this, by the way, live support. So it's built into your accounts. Now you can reach out to us if there's any issues with orders, whatever that may be. That's all right here within your account. So
awesome, man. Anything else, guys? If you have questions, ask now. Otherwise, we may jump off. I know Curtis is busy. You know, his team is working, you know, at double the speed of most, at least double, actually. I don't want to insult you guys, but so thanks for being here, man. I do really appreciate it. Like I said, I know you're busy.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Appreciate you bringing me on again. And I'm excited to share what we have coming in the next couple of weeks.
I'm excited. Like I said, I was, next week I'm gonna drop the video, but I was talking to Carrie Egler, who's like really good at Shopify print on demand, and I'm in his course and I'm at ground zero, but my intent is to use like kind of, you know, everything kind of came together in my head. I'm like, I want to use MyDesigns because for investingshirts.com, like at a minimum, I'll make shirts for every like publicly traded company. Just grab a long CSV of their stock tickers. And that's easy to do. Like, and I'll make them look good though. And then that's like a good baseline offering that maybe I don't run ads to all those, but at a minimum, like they'll get indexed by Google. And at some point I'll start getting organic traffic to those listings and convert, you know, because I know merch won't let you. It's always great when merch doesn't let you sell something, but it's not like it's not trademarked or anything like that. Merch just doesn't let you sell the stock tickers for some reason. So it's like, okay, I'll do it on my own website.
Yeah, Shopify is really good for that. If you can market your products, you get all the customer data, you can retarget, you can do everything that way. So Shopify is an amazing platform. Especially it takes longer to get it going, but you're in control of everything long term.
All right, one last question. Can they connect multiple Etsy shops?
Yeah, that's a great question. So with the Pro plan, you can connect up to 3 Etsy shops and manage it from one MyDesigns account. With the Pro Plus plan right now, we have no limits on it. So technically you can connect 10, 20 different Etsy shops. Eventually, I'm sure we'll add a limit, but right now there's no limits for the Pro Plus plan. But yes, so if you have any of the paid subscriptions, you can connect more than one Etsy shop and manage it from one MyDesigns account.
That's awesome. All right, Curtis, thank you for being here. Everybody watching, 30% off. It ends tonight. Anything else, Curtis?
Yeah, the last thing, I know a lot of people requested this, I believe, in your last video. It's almost ready. With MyDesigns, very soon you'll be able to publish up to 3 or 4 different products to one Etsy listing. So that's coming pretty soon here too.
That alone is worth, like, to me, at least $100 a month, like, subscription. I'm not trying to be like on like what's the TV show where you like dial in and they're like, oh my god, another, like they're trying to sell you, is it QVC or something?
Yeah,
something like that. I feel like I'm that guy, but for real, guys, he just said we're gonna be able to like take one design and then in one Etsy listing sell it on like a t-shirt, a hoodie, a sweatshirt, a tank top. Like
exactly. That's something, you know, it saves you Etsy listing fees, and it also allows you to kind of cover more space in Etsy with one listing. So
it'll perform better. It increases the likelihood of a conversion, which
some of the best selling products have that.
Yeah,
actually, most of the best selling products on Etsy usually have multiple options, like t-shirts and hoodies or sweatshirts too.
Dude,
that'll come. It'll be a part of it, both the paid plan. So whatever paid plan you're on, you'll have automatic access to that when we release it, which could be released next week if everything goes well. So it's almost ready, but
that's crazy, man. All right. So that alone is going to get you a bestseller, which is going to pay for the, anyways, guys. All right, cool. Everybody that's here live, I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to be here. Curtis, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon.